Stephen, a 1-1 draw this afternoon, but you must be thinking that your side deserved to win the game.
Yeah, probably. I generally felt for the first kind of 20-25 minutes we were off the pace. I felt the tempo was too slow. We played too many short balls and almost encouraged them to come and put us under pressure. They scored, kind of knocked us off our way a little bit, but I felt as if once we equalised, I thought from the end of the game, we certainly had most of the possession, without having any really clear-cut chances or the goalkeeper having to make any terrific saves, but we certainly had opportunities where if centre forwards get across defenders, if we maybe had Liam Brown had a great effort at the back post from a corner he probably should have scored with. So there were certainly opportunities in the second half to go and win the game. And it was one of those games where if we'd got the second goal, it may have encouraged them out a little bit, because they defended well, they defended deep at times, and that's sometimes that's a natural reaction when the opposition have the ball. So certainly the second half performance was much better than the first. To come away with a 1-1 draw, I am bitterly disappointed.
Yeah, of course, it just seemed like it was that last thing that was done with the ball, wasn't it, as you touched on there? Does that perhaps bring its frustrations for you a little bit? Yeah,
sometimes you can point your finger at wide players for not putting enough crosses into the box, not picking people out, but I certainly think Brock and Adam Livingston put enough balls into the box in the second half that you would hope that the centre forwards or attacking midfield players would get on the end of it. So, listen, it's something I hear the manager talking to the first team strikers about quite a lot. Don't stand behind people when the ball's being crossed. If you're going to score goals and score a good number of goals in a season, you have to get across the first defender. You have to take the initiative and not hope everybody misses and you get a tap in. You might get 3 of those in your career. You're not going to get 3 or 4 a season. So that was a disappointing thing. We had opportunities in the final third. We got behind them, we got beyond them. Second half in particular, it became a little bit sticky. Then the pitch was quite dry. One of the young players got a bad injury, so the game almost petered out after that. And sometimes a bad injury and people concerned about the young player can do that. So first and foremost, we hope he's okay. As I say, after that, the game kind of just drifted away.
Yeah, some standout performances that I know you were pleased with in particular. Craig's, Liam Brown, Jason Crone's both impressing as well. But I want to ask you about Akil Raymond in the middle of the park. What did you make of his performance?
He only found out this morning he was playing. He wasn't due to play. We'd done a bit of shape in our team yesterday, and it changed yesterday after training, and then it changed last night at 11:30. So we had to make the change. The fact that listen, I could have put Jamie Semple in there beside Liam Brown, but I felt Akil, who was signed, is a more natural midfield player. I thought it was maybe throwing him in at the deep end a little bit because he's only really trained 2 or 3 times with the lads. He's only had one game about 2 weeks ago against Dundee, so he doesn't really know what we're trying to do. But it was probably a bit of a risk putting him in. But he can handle the football. First and foremost, he's got a long way to go. Absolutely has, but certainly was encouraging his performance. Liam Brown, I thought was a standout. I thought Liam all over the pitch. You consider he's up against Joe Thompson, Ian Connolly dropping in there at times, who have played first team football with Dundee United, with York, with Dunfermline, Joe Thompson from Celtic. I think Callum Higginbotham played in there as well, and I thought Liam stood out. Just his energetic nature, his willingness to get on the ball, his desire to get on the ball to try and make something happen. And as much as we talk about a team game, and wanting the team to do well, if we can get a couple of individuals every week who are standing out, they push themselves on. Yeah. Lewis, so of course we look for the bigger picture team-wise, but it's about individuals progressing. And I think certainly today Liam showed he's got the appetite and the desire to become a better football player, and hopefully in the coming weeks, months and years, a big player for this football club. Because I thought today was excellent.
And you're speaking about that bigger picture of the team. How do you assess the start your team has made this season in general, Craigs?
Generally we've been okay. I think today was a certain frustration. Because I felt the game was there for the taking. We give up a cheap goal in the first half, and we get ourselves back into it. And listen, we had the impetus in the second half. There's no doubt. We were in the team in the front foot. Dunfermline were playing counter attack, which is fine. That happens sometimes, but you have to have that little bit of, guile in the final third, that little bit of composure, or that little bit of awareness as a centre forward or an attacking midfield player to really make it count. So, in general, we've been okay. The encouraging thing is there's more to come. I said that at half time. I felt, we'd done okay in the first half, but there's more to come. So that's certainly the message moving forward. Yeah, we're doing okay, but okay won't be enough to get you into our first team. We have to be better, and that's what we strive to do.